Well, we have a nice, lovely blizzard that has blown up outside while we're trying to finish up this location in Desolation Point. Hello, everybody. This is Frogman. We're currently trying to finish up the stone church, and we've got 0.2 days left sitting in here. And basically, all I've been doing again is just eating and sleeping and kind of keeping a fire going when I needed it. And you know, that's just the way things work. So. Probably going to be a little dark, but we're over here by the fire barrel just hanging out, and I just kind of wanted to take a little bit of time to discuss this location in particular because, well, it's an outdoor location, pretty much, so it can get pretty ugly, especially if you're not as geared out as we are right now. I mean, we have pretty much come on, get over here to the right thing. Pretty much the best gear that we can get at this point. I mean, we can get one more of these wool ear wraps, but that's about as good as we're going to be doing as far as gear is concerned. So just as a thing, right here by the fire, it is 161 degrees. If I go outside into the actual blizzard itself, which is going to hurt my clothing a little bit, we're minus 29 degrees. So we're actually just barely losing temperature. But if I go right over here in this corner, we're at plus 44. So as long as I'm out of the wind and indoors, I'm okay with that much gear. But you may not be when you come here to play this little bitty challenge. So it's just something mindful to keep up with because of the fact that that happens. If this fire's not running right now and I didn't have really good clothes, we would be freezing right now. So you have to kind of contemplate, or take that into contemplation when you're playing this area, that you want to kind of try to keep a lot of food and, well, wood and burnables around because, well, like I said, you'll end up freezing in the middle of the night and dying and failing the challenge right here. So there is a lot of wood around, and that is a lot of the reason why I collected a lot of the coal up. And there is coal in the mines and whatnot around in this area too, so it is kind of a thing to just keep your eyes on and, be paying attention to. So we've got an 11-hour fire. And we have a little bit of food left, so I think I'm going to go ahead and I don't need to warm it up, but I'm going to warm it up. So if you didn't know, you can grab food automatically from the radial. We'll show you that again. I can grab the food from the radial by right-clicking on it and pulling it out of the radial. And if you place it automatically onto a cooking spot, it will automatically, if it's a can, excuse me, if it's a can you can cook or warm up, it will automatically open the can for you. Either you're going to smash the can open or you're going to open the can. And I've kind of had a discussion a little bit too as well with certain things. Let's see if we can get over here. Your skill level. Cooking is actually a very important skill to be leveling up, especially considering the fact that once you get to cooking level 5, bears and wolves, especially in stalker level and interloper, man, I cannot speak, level, become food at that point. And you can also eat any kind of low condition food without the risk of intestinal parasites or risk of a food poisoning. So it is a kind of a thing that you want to kind of do. So I always recommend that if you're playing this game for a longevity kind of thought, cook all of your food before you eat it. Cook every bit that you can before you eat it. Even if you're not planning on eating the wolf that you killed so that you could get his hide, or you say like the many wolves that we've killed in this, try to cook them. Just micro harvest them up as small as possible. And micro harvest is something that we'll probably get into when we do eventually do a run where it's going to require us to get a little bit better at things. But yeah, cook them. You'll end up leveling up your cooking skill, and you'll end up getting better stuff. Plus, as you work your way through the skill tree on cooking, you end up getting various buffs. I don't even know how much that probably did. See, we're almost to cooking level 2. Cooking level 2 will allow us to get cooking level 2. Cooking level 2 will allow us to get a little bit better return on foods and various other things. So it's a definite thing you want to do. And the skill tree, for that matter, you should be working through this if you're actually playing the game. Like mending, you have a lesser chance to fail. The repair time gets decreased. The same with cooking. Fire starting, you get a better job as you fire. Fires get better. Fire starting 3 is actually really handy once you get to fire starting 3 because it will stop the need for having to carry around any sort of tinder. You don't have to have a fire tinder anymore. And actually, once you get to like fire starting 4 and 5, you pretty much guaranteed that a fire starts and lasts forever. So one of the many things about playing this game that you learn as you do it. So let's go ahead now that we're fed up nicely and finish this area if we can do it. So I'm going to go ahead and just sleep for as long as it'll let me. And we'll see what happens. So blizzard's gone, location's done. I don't mind oversleeping this one because I kind of want to go spend a little bit of time outside today because we're done. We're literally done at this point. We've got one more location where we're going to have to pass time, please. We're going to have to go do, which is not a too terribly hard location to do, and it's literally right over there. So we're not that far from where we need to be. So what I do want to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab my pot because I'm going to need that. I'm going to leave that fire burning, and we're going to pick up a little bit of water, drink some of that water. And we're going to go goof around. I was kind of hoping that the weather would get a little better. Looks like we might be in for another storm. Let's do this real quick since we wasted a little bit of time. And hopefully the snow stops falling. Hopefully. Doesn't sound like it. Okay, that's better. Cool. Pick up our bedroll, although from here on out, I don't need it, so I'm not really concerned, but we're going to bring it along just in case. So let's grab the last of those MREs that we hauled around for that amount of time. As you can see, this is all the food we have left, but this is enough food to do that location plus another one probably. So I'm going to go ahead and actually munch down on the worst one, just to keep our well fed up because I really like that extra carry bonus and the extra health. So cool, cool, cool. What else have we got in here that we need? I am going to bring one of those because we need it, and I am going to make sure my lantern, actually we'll just bring that along. We're not too terribly heavy. We don't need either one of those cans. And I think I can leave the wood, although I'll probably bring a piece of coal or two just in case. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's good enough for now. Just in case, because I have a thought I want to go play around. So let's get our rifle out, and we're just going to kind of go look at a couple of things. It's going to be kind of snowy, so we may get a little wet. I'm not going to do a lot of this area, but we are going to look at least one little spot over here because we literally, I'm trying to make a reasonably long episode here, and we are not going to have a lot of time. So to do it, mainly unless you guys want to see me sit down and pass time for 3 days. So where I'm thinking I want to go, I'm not going to go over to the whale processing plant, which is on the other side of that hill, and the ship that's on the other side of that rock. But we are going to kind of go over here, and it's going to be kind of foggy, so that's wonderful. I was wondering if Mr. Moose was here. Doesn't look like it. I don't see his sign. But this is one of my favorite areas. This is one of my, actually, I know it sounds kind of crazy, but in Stalker, this is one of my favorite places to actually start. So I know it's kind of rough and it's very cold and the blizzards are terrible and all that stuff. There's not a whole lot of clothing here, but what there is here, again, you can just see it right there. I think that's the ship. That's the Raken. Inside that is a forge. And in that forge, you can make tools. So if you scout this entire area and you can't find any tools, you can make them right there as long as you find the heavy hammer. And the heavy hammer and the hacksaw is usually over in the Hibernina or however you say it, whale processing plant that's over there. So we'll just stick our head around the corner over here. Hello, little bunny. I was gonna go over here and take a look in it, but I think we're probably not gonna mess with it, mainly because I don't feel like dealing with the wolves or the bear that hangs out over there. Your carcass. But we're going to kind of walk around a little bit. And then I kind of want to go on the other side of the thing over there. But I'll show you what I mean by the processing plant. It should be very visible shortly. If you've not been here, just for those of you that have never been here. Yeah, it's right there. Nice big building, lots of stuff, lots of goodies. We're not going to do it. I've got another idea that I want to do. So we're going to go back around the corner over here. I want to go to Kate's Quiet Clearing and see if there's anything cool up there. Now, like I say, the moose will usually be, if you're here and he's here, he's going to be in this area. There's a bear that wanders around that thing, and he's actually a really nasty bear. He's not one of the ones that'll be very kind to you and leave you mostly alive. He's not. So, yeah. But yeah, we're going to finish right over there here in just a little bit. I'm actually wondering where the wolf was, and I think actually because we had a blizzard. Nope, he's out. Animals will despawn when there's a blizzard after a certain period of time, and it takes them a little bit of time to come back. So, and the fog's going to roll in. This is going to be nice. Where is he? There he is. Are you going to go after me or the rabbit? Sorry, buddy. Oh, yeah, that's right. I left the pry bar. We don't need it. We're just going to look around. And yeah, I'll take candy bar. Just don't want to deal with the wolves at this point. Okay. Now, there's another mine entrance in here, which is kind of one of those you can kind of sneak around some of him, because there's wolves that'll be along this whole patrol area, but there's another mine entrance, kind of where that chain link fence is. You can go up in there, and that will take you around the back side over to that processing plant. But we're going to go up there. If I can get down without hurting myself. There's a rope. Neat. That actually might come in handy. And I kind of wanted to come out here too because this areas like this that have a coastline, especially the ones that are backed up against the actual ocean where the water flows in like the ice flows are over there, you can beachcomb for various things too. So if you're looking for, if you're on harder difficulties and you're running out of, say, I don't know, wood, or you're having a hard time, you're starting out early and you're looking for wood pieces, or you're looking for arrow parts, or looking for other things like that, you can go out there close to the edge of the ice and you might find things. So we're going to go around the corner over here. Not seeing anything out on the ice right now. You can actually pick up some really good stuff, including food, but I'm a little heavy and I don't want to be out there. Actually, I think there's something right. Yeah, it might just be the way the ice is being. I better be careful. I might fall in. Anyhow, let's go see. We'll go up here to Kate's little quiet corner and see what we get, because it's one of those spots where you can get quite a bit of loot when you come into this zone. So I do kind of want to see what's going on. Interesting loot. And I grabbed the rope for a reason. Which I did not know that was down there. That's pretty cool. I'll have to remember that. It's wise to check those boats because you never know what you're going to find. You can find fishing gear. You can find tools, little containers, things set out like the rope. What do we got going on up here? Nice and heavy because of that stinking rope. Kate secluded corner. Little rabbits. Am I gonna get it? I am gonna get it. Neat. It's one of the many places you can find a survival bow and an arrow with some food. And some firewood and a deer carcass, which is pretty cool. Now I have an arrow. Nope. Neat. Maybe we can get a wolf with it all. I think we killed the only one we're gonna see, so. I think there is a rope tie-off point over here. Maybe I'm losing my mind. I think it's actually over. It's right there. Well, that was a good waste of my time. Let's drop that because it's heavy. I don't want to carry it around anymore. Goodbye. Thank you. And these things, this bow is a royal pain to learn how to use. But once you do master it, they're very, very good. And they're lighter, considerably lighter than carrying around other weapons. So it is kind of one of those things, as you get into a later kind of style game, when you're trying to figure out what you want to do, stop using the rifles. Stop using the pistol. Pick one of these up. Make a bunch of the parts. You have to make the arrowhead tips in a forge area. The bow requires you to cut down maple saplings and cure them. The arrows require birch saplings that take various amounts of time to make. So I think it's like 3 or 4 days for the birch saplings and 7 days for the bow. It requires a cured gut. You have to pick up feathers to make the arrows. So it's a lot of fun. And like I said, they're as you saw, I shot it at those rabbits and, you know, intentionally hit the tree, and none of the rabbits ran because it's a silent weapon. So if you miss on a deer and the deer didn't hear it, you get another shot. Whereas if you miss with a rifle or a pistol, you're kind of screwed. They're going to run away and you're going to have to go track them down. So let's dive over here. I always like that little spot. It's always fun. Especially just for the fact that this is an almost guaranteed spawn every time, so. And, like always, there's your feathers. If you look around dead animal carcasses, they have to be large animal carcasses or the corpses, frozen corpses. You will find feathers. It takes 3 feathers to make an arrow. So, I know we're kind of talking way different than what we've been playing, but let's see. There is the entrance. Uh-oh. I'm liable to get hurt at this point. Yep. Eh. Ah, shot right over the top of him. Shot right over the top of him. Dang it. Well, whatever. We're good. How bad did he mess up my clothes? You... Really? Wow, that is the first time I've had one do that. That's some of the fun part about a wolf. Wolves will go at you in different locations. They'll either go after your clothes, they'll go after your backpack. Ooh, that reminds me, did he get my thing? They'll go after your clothes. As you see, he went after my head, kind of here. And he also went after my backpack, which means he didn't really hurt me a lot as far as health is concerned, but he took out a very important thing, which is a a way to sleep in an area, which we don't need anymore. But, you know, fun times. Just trying to show some things. We're almost done. Like I said, we've got 3 days left over in that. So let's go over here and see what we're given. Looks like we have the corpse that's off the side of the hill again. And in that kind of thing, that's another one of those little bitty informational deals, is when you find extra sleeping bags, don't tear them up. Leave them in areas where you may need them, because you never know. You might be out in a cave, or just like that happened right there, where say you're out messing around and you don't have something and you need a sleeping bag. Well, now I'm screwed because I don't have a sleeping bag. So that means I have to make a snow shelter to sleep somewhere. So what do you have for us, sir? You have a wool scarf and nothing. So yeah, like that little piece of wood right there, that's another one of those things that's around almost guaranteed all the time. So that's pretty cool. That island over here, that one is kind of neat too. There's a bunch of good stuff over there. So, like I said, if you find yourself stuck in Desolation Point, there's a lot of stuff here. It's just lots and lots and lots of stuff. It's not a very big zone. I mean, that's the edge of it, and like that's the edge of it over there. So there is one mine going through the center of it and one lighthouse. And this lighthouse is really cool when we get an Aurora, because an Aurora will actually light the light on top and make it work. So, Let's light it up. Let's loot it up. And then we can go on about spending our time. Knotting. Another rifle cleaning kit. Wonderful. More matches and a lantern. Very cool.
I think I can use this.
We already have all the best sweaters we can get. Book. Decent sweatshirt. Or gloves. Another piece of cloth that we're good for. More bullets, more matches. Plenty of food. Okay, I was kind of worried I was not going to have enough food. What's under there? There's some crackers. I was worried. I've got plenty of MREs. Here, you can go in there. And another wool ear wrap. Wow, cool. Well, there's a full suite of clothes. All the slots. That's actually a challenge, or I should say, I think it's a Steam achievement to have every single piece of clothing in every single slot in your person or your character upgraded to 100%. So I've already done that many times. So that's kind of a neat thing to do. And another note. What was the note? Which one was that one? Should have been this one. Yeah, I remember that one. Cool. Neat stuff. All right, upstairs we go. And you have a little bit of wood here in case you need to make a fire. Again, this zone's very cold, so this lighthouse, because of where it's at, can get really cold. And I knew I should have brought that stupid pry bar. Simple parka, nice. Yep, I knew I should have brought the pry bar. And the light control, and on top. What do we get up here? We got a metal container. And some scrap metal and a piece of cloth. And are the bullets here? There's one. I actually don't know if standing up here counts. So I would assume not, because I'm not in the lighthouse. Alright. Come on, game. Let me save. There you go. Cool, cool. Let's go downstairs, and we can start our passing of time and finish this little challenge. So there's the bed, and I think we probably have enough water to get through this. So again, I think what we'll do is I am going to go ahead and pass the time that I need to pass the time. And we will end this up when we get done with that. So I will try to make sure I don't accidentally go over it. So I will be back in a little bit. So I guess, guys, there we go. We're done. Thank you very much for watching and hanging out. We're gonna do something. I really don't have any ideas. I mean, I've got a good idea of what I want to do as far as this is concerned. So, if you guys have any suggestions, or if you guys want me to do another challenge, I can do another challenge. They're a lot of fun. I do have a thought as to maybe doing a kind of a specialized stalker playthrough for a little bit, but other than that, there we are. We're done. It's been an interesting time, so we're just gonna have to, I guess, call it for now. As we can see there, 56 days on that run. 50 days was my better run. I think that was mainly due to the fact that we spent so much time messing around in Timberwolf Mountain. But yeah, this is a very good challenge for those of you that are just picking the game up. It's on pretty easy difficulty, and it's fairly easy to find lots of goodies. So they drive you to various areas so that I think you can, I think what the intent is they want you to go to various areas to explore them and find things. There is no, like I said, time crunch or time limit on things. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. I enjoy playing this now and then. I think one of my favorite ones is to actually try to play it naked. Don't wear any clothes, which once you get a little bit better into the game and you get a little bit more skilled, it's a lot of fun because you have to kind of really spend a lot of time not freezing and not ending up with frostbite on any of your things. That's the kind of goal, is to not get any frostbite on any of your appendages, so it tends to make them a little faster. So with that, guys, I'm going to call it. If we have any thoughts or ideas, if you guys want to, leave a comment below on whether you want me to do another challenge, or if you are more interested in seeing me do a survival run, please, by all means, let me know. And I will see you in the next one. We're going to be doing something different as far as Long Dark is concerned next time. So we're still going to be in the Long Dark area. We're just going to come up with something to do. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next episode. Bye.